Great. How do you solve for A? Alistair, go.
First you would multiply, or you would add 3 6 brackets.
Yeah, good. So 3 plus 1 should be 4, hopefully. 3 minus 8 should hopefully be minus 5. Okay, can I get someone else that's new that hasn't raised their hand lately? Molly, go ahead.
Multiply them, computer make equals 28 right?
Great. I'm going to just call it minus 28, but the same thing. Okay, good. Can I got a third person that hasn't raised their hand recently? I'm going to solve for A. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, divide. Okay. We'll go to the next stage. I'm going to call that 8 over 20 equals A. What is that in most terms? 2 over 5? I think that's right, 2 over 5. So y equals 2 over 5, x plus 1, x minus 8. Okay, that's very close to the same question as number 12 on your assignment. Okay, so if you're looking for a practice question, that's like number 12 on your assignment, as well as I think the first section from the review sheet, 3.3 or whatever that was. Okay? If you guys don't want to try yourselves, you can handle that. It should be straightforward, I think. It should be right. Once you know how to do it, just sub the numbers in the equation. That's it. Okay, I'm going to do, I think, interval chart, not interval chart, sorry, wrong class. First and second differences and third differences and all that stuff. And I worded things a little bit different in the assignment, I'm sorry about that, than I did in the class, okay? So I was trying to explain this to you guys. Yeah, the questions will be worded very similar to how I put them on the board here, right? They won't be labeled pretty much the same. Okay, so what this is going to say is, state the degree of the following. We have x, we have y, and I want you to leave at least probably a little bit of room here. Okay, so I've given you some points there for that. Okay, it says state the degree of the following. Now this is the thing that I probably wasn't clear about because we haven't done this in a long time. All right. If the first difference is constant, what does that tell me about the equation? Well, like no, linear is first difference. Okay. What's the degree of something that's linear? Degree 1. Okay. If the second difference is constant, what does that tell me? Quadratic. What is a quadratic? What's the degree of a quadratic? Degree 2. Now, we didn't get into third or fourth differences in class, but there was one of those on the assignment that's like that. If something has a third difference the same, what's the degree going to be? Yeah? Cubic. It's cubic or degree 3. Okay? So the same thing. If the fourth difference is the same, it's going to be degree 4, and so on, and so on, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to hit pause. I want you guys to try this for me right now. And I'm not, whoa, excuse me. I'm not taking you through this because I want you to think a little bit because you'll have to do some of this tomorrow. Possibly, and there's 2 of these on your assignment. Okay, so this is sort of a big deal. All right? Is this the same one that's on the assignment? I hope not. I'll fill this in as quick as can be. Tell me if I make a mistake. Okay? 8 plus 27, oh boy, 19. Is that right? 1 plus 8 is 7. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 and 7. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this should be then negative 12, negative 6. 0, 6, 6, 6, 6. Therefore, degree 3. Okay, now for you guys, it might take slightly longer than that. Okay, but this question should be fast. Like there shouldn't be a huge amount. Now, if you have a problem with integers, that'll be more difficult for you. Okay, right? But in general, this should be fairly fast to do. Okay. All right, I was asked to do a graphing one. I will do a graphing one. Luke, just since you asked for it, I'll do one. Luke, since you asked for one, I'll do it for it. Yeah.
Can we do something like expand the following?
That's like this one here. Warm-up, wasn't it? Yeah, let me do the graphing one first, and I'll look at number 3 here, okay? Oh boy. Graph. Okay, there we go. Go ahead. Okay. And then I'll do one like number 3. As fast as I can. As far as how long, I didn't mean to rush you guys on this. As far as how long this should take you tomorrow, okay, aim to probably about under 10 minutes is what your plan is for this. Okay, it shouldn't be, probably between 8 and 10 minutes is how long I'm expecting this takes you to do, all right, for tomorrow. If you're faster than that, wonderful. Okay, the way it's going to work tomorrow, unfortunately, some people have done the test in 35 minutes. Those people that are fast factoring. Okay, the other people will take the whole thing and they'll say it's too long. Okay, right? So you have to be fast at factoring for this. I'm going to begin with my y-intercept first, which means set x equals 0. So it's going to be y equals 2 times, you know what? I don't need to hear you up here, please. Said I don't need to hear you up here. Okay, guys. Okay, to get next, I'm going to do my x-intercept. It should be on the next board. We're going to set y equals 0 and factor. 0 equals 2x squared plus x minus 10. That's multiply to get negative 20, add to get 1. That's going to be 5 and negative 4. 0 equals 2x squared minus 4x plus 5x minus 10. 0 equals 2x, x minus 2 plus 5, x minus 2. 0 equals x minus 2, 2x plus 5. Okay, I keep getting asked about decimals or fractions. For graphing, I want you to do your algebra with a fraction, but then when you actually put it on your graph, you can go to a decimal, okay? So you can call the point negative 2.5 comes 0, and that's okay. As I walk around the classroom, you guys are awesome at this page of the board. When I walk around the class, most of the class had no problem doing this. Finding the roots, that's excellent. That's wonderful for you guys for tomorrow. Okay, right? But we got to finish this one up. We didn't spend a lot of time solving for x here, okay, on today's lesson. But there will be a question like that or one like this, if you can see where there's things on both sides of the equation, and you got to move everything over and make it equal 0. So it'll be one of those for the message tomorrow too.
What is that?
Not even close. Okay, axis comes next. My axis is going to be 2 plus negative 2.5 over 2, which is negative 0.5 over 2, which is negative 0.25. Now, there we go. That's your x value. How do we get our y value now? Someone please be brave. Go ahead.
So y into like negative 0.
Yeah, good. You can use either equation. I'll use this one. I'm going to do this very fast. 0.25 squared. 0.0625, I think. Okay, this is done 100 miles an hour, I'm sorry. Okay, I hope I didn't make a mistake. Somebody get the same numbers out? That was no calculator. We're good? Molly, we're good? No calculator? Okay, good. Okay, now this is intentionally difficult. This is going to be tricky because there's decimals in here. Okay? But the process, all I want to understand what you do. Factor everything. Axis symmetry. Once you get the axis symmetry, then you sub it into the equation. You guys have the power of a calculator. Okay, so you may easily do that, no problem. I should just remind you guys, there's some people with phones here. I don't know if that's a phone or a calculator. There are no phones on tomorrow's test. For the first time ever this year, I'll actually be here for your test. Do you want to hear a funny story? I was told to go to a meeting tomorrow, and I said no. Okay, so because I want to be here for your test. Tess doesn't believe me, okay, but it's true though. So, yeah, so I will be here at tomorrow's test. That's not going to help you, so I'm just going to stay at the front, put my feet up, and do this. All right, but if it makes you feel better that your teacher's here, that's good. There will be there'll be little extra time, so please make sure you get all your questions done. Let's graph this up when we're done. Do I need to graph this?
No.
Okay. All right, as far as things I didn't cover today that will be on your test. There will be lots of factoring tomorrow. Solving quadratics. Difference of squares. Okay. That's the stuff I only touched on a little bit, but tomorrow there's going to be like a whole page of factoring. Just like 2M&A, and there's a whole page. Okay, I want to get every single type of factoring I can do for you. Okay, so if there's one thing to study tonight, it'll be factoring. There'll be, can I talk please? There'll be one graph on there, which I just showed you. There'll be one question where I give you points for how to make an equation. There'll be one messy thing like what's on the board, like for the foiling. There'll be one difficult solving quadratics, one easy one. But like a whole page of factors. Factor is a key thing. If you want to do well on this test, make sure you're a good factor. Yes. Yeah, something like this, but messy. Or like what number? Like 11, like that, or like 11 on this time. Okay, right. We got to foil both sides, and then yeah.
We did Friday.
Yes.
Was like we did and just solving.
Yes.
You just call it solving equations, but then you have to find your x's.
Yes. And that's like this one here. That's like the second question. Okay. 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 So for tonight, if you got nothing to do, make sure you factor everything. Okay. If you're trying to hand your assignment, don't. I turned to bad cop there. See that? You have to hate this cast. I can yell at all day long. The cast, you get yelled at like 10 times a day. It's been awful. Well, wait till you get to grade 11. I don't know who your grade 11 teacher's going to